For centuries, flying like a bird was a persistent human dream, whispered in myth and sketched by visionaries. Leonardo drew wings and mechanisms that hinted at future possibilities. People watched birds, searching for the secrets of lift and control. Kites became our first laboratories in the sky. They taught us about air pressure and the magic of lift. In the 1800s, curiosity turned into science. Rudimentary machines of wood, wire, and fabric took shape. Brave pioneers ran down hillsides for brief, thrilling rides. In England, George Cayley laid down the principles of modern flight. In Germany, Otto Lilienthal soared again and again, meticulously recording data, proving controlled flight was attainable. Two brothers from Dayton Orville and Wilbur Wright took the next step. They studied birds and invented wing warping for control. Years of kites and gliders refined their design. On December 17, 1903, a lightweight engine powered the Wright Flyer into history. Just 12 seconds and 120 feet, shorter than a jumbo's wingspan, but immeasurable in impact. The world was slow to grasp it, but the age of the aeroplane had begun. After the Wrights, progress was steady. Barnstormers and inventors pushed fragile machines. Then World War I transformed aviation overnight. Aeroplanes became vital instruments of war. Nations poured resources into faster, stronger, more reliable aircraft. First for reconnaissance, mapping trenches and troop movements. Then came weapons in the cockpit, and the synchronization gear that let guns fire through propellers. Skies turned into a new theater of war, with aces becoming legends. Designers chased power, maneuverability, and structural integrity. In 4 years, aircraft advanced dramatically. War left surplus aircraft and trained pilots. Airlines began with mail, then carried brave passengers. In 1927, Lindbergh's solo Atlantic crossing captivated the world, proving long-distance flight was viable and inspiring global routes. Trust grew, and the aeroplane began to connect distant places. A new era of travel was on the horizon. World War II demanded faster, higher, heavier lifting aircraft. All-metal construction and pressurized cabins took hold. The most transformative innovation emerged, the jet engine. Pioneered in Britain by Frank Whittle and in Germany by Hans von Ohain, jets unlocked speeds once thought impossible. The Me-262 and Gloucester Meteor saw limited late-war action, but offered a glimpse of the future. Propeller dominance was ending. Post-war, engineers refined jets towards supersonic fighters and long-range bombers. Powerful, reliable engines soon moved into civilian service. The Comet flew in 1952, heralding the jet age. By the late 50s, 707s and DC-8s changed travel for the masses. Jets flew higher and nearly twice as fast, above storms. Transatlantic times fell from over 15 hours to under 7. The world felt smaller. Airports expanded for growing demand. International travel became accessible to a broad middle class. As the jet age matured, the Anglo-French Concorde took aim at speed itself. First flown in 1969, this sleek delta-winged marvel flew at Mach 2. It crossed the Atlantic in under 3.5 hours, passengers toasting at the edge of space. But high complexity, fuel burn, and sonic booms limited routes and raised costs. Concorde retired in 2003, pausing supersonic passenger travel. Subsonic aviation focused on safety, efficiency, and capacity. The 747 made mass travel real. Over 400 seats lowered costs and opened long-haul to millions. High bypass engines improved fuel burn and cut noise. Glass cockpits gave pilots better information and reduced workload. Advanced air traffic control used radar and satellite data to manage busy skies. Procedures and technology made flying one of the safest ways to travel. Billions of passenger journeys each year attest to decades of improvements. Behind every flight is an ecosystem of training, maintenance, and regulation. The aeroplane had truly shrunk the globe. Today's aviation is safer and more interconnected than ever, on the cusp of new change. From giant freighters to private jets and global airliners, modern aircraft pair powerful engines, advanced navigation, and redundant safety systems. Training and regulation uphold the highest standards of safety. Drones have expanded from military tools to photography, farming, and inspection. Delivery trials hint at doorstep logistics in minutes. New systems are emerging to manage low-altitude drone traffic safely. Urban air mobility aims for electric vertical takeoff taxis between rooftops. Sustainability is aviation's greatest challenge and opportunity. Electric propulsion, hybrids, sustainable fuels, and hydrogen promise quieter, cleaner flight. Significant technical and infrastructure hurdles remain. Automation advances towards single-pilot long-haul and autonomous cargo. From hilltop gliders to jets and eVTOLs, the aeroplane keeps evolving. The next generation aims for a sky that is